Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Tutorials. So in this session, we are going to discuss about dimensions and measures in the Looker. So in Looker, dimensions are the fields representing raw data attributes. So just like what we have, so in the right, the fields which are coming from the table, we will pass those fields. We can call it as the dimensions like product name, customer ID, the attributes. If you can see here, right, the brand, category, cost, those we can call it as in the dimensions. Okay, so the dimensions define the descriptive data, so usually corresponding to the directly to the columns in your database. So there is no much data, so there is no grouping and all. So what is there in the table, right, the corresponding database table, which is representing the same data in here. So we will call this as a dimensions. So the purpose of the dimensions we are going to use for grouping the data, like if you want to apply some kind of filters, in that situation we will use this, the dimensions. Normally the dimension types are a string, number, date, and the yes or no as well. So like Boolean functions. And coming to the other portion, we will call as the measures. So measures perform calculations on the data, such as aggregate calculations like sum, count, average, minimum, and maximum. So if you want to summarize your data to provide us some kind of insights, so in that situation, we will create, this kind of measures. So you can see here, right, in the suppose if I go to here, the order items, I can see the sale price is available. So we will call this as a dimension. So on top of that, we will create some kind of measure. So we are going to sum up this value and we will show. Suppose if I pull here this information, so this is giving the entire raw data. So what is there in the backend table, right? The row based data, which is showing the same values, so which is not meaningful at all. So if you see some kind of representation, see, uh, you can see here, right? So this is not a meaningful and it's not a useful insight at all. So if you sum up all together, we can see, so we can understand. So this is the total sale price. So in that scenario, we will create the measures. So let me try to create some kind of, the dimensions and measures I will show you. Let me open the development mode. I just enable the development mode here. Okay, still it's loading. So you can see, right? So this is still it's showing in the raw data. So let me go to the backend LookML model, how we defined our model. So let me try to create a measure out of this sale price, and I will show you the difference between the dimension and measure. So you can see here, right? So here is the dimension. Let me try to create a measure. So here I'm just giving the type is, what kind of type is, aggregation type is, the sum. So which is going to be sum up everything, and it will show sale price is this is the dimension I call. So based on this dimension, which is going to be pull up, I just saved my changes. I validated my changes as well. So let me try to create, the order items. Let me create here itself. Let me refresh. So these measures are very useful to understand. So if I do these calculations right, based on the dimension value, it is going to be group up. So let me pull here. You can see. So based on this dimension value, which is going to be pull up this data. Okay. So if I run this value, then only this value will appear. So if I click on run, see this is the same kind of data. So what is why it is not showing the same value? If the same value is repeating multiple times, this same number, which is going to be sum up and which is showing. Okay, so let me take off this field from the here. If I run, so this is the total. So this is the total value which is in the all the decimal values. Let me add some kind of value format as well. Give me USD2. So this value is, if I apply the format USD, means it's a US dollars values. Zero means it will be there is no decimal values. You can see here, right? We have a lot of decimal values. If I run, there is no decimal values here. So yeah, you can see the dollar symbol as well. So this one we will go and we will use in some kind of the dashboards if you are creating. So in that scenario, we will use as a KPI. Let me show you how we are going to create. So normally we will save in the folder structure. I created some sample dashboard. Okay, so let me edit and let me try to add the tile. So in the order items, I think we just created the total sale price. You can see here that we can change the color. So this is total sale price. So the total sale price is appearing two times. So we can just go ahead and we can now the hide the title. We don't want to show this title, so it won't appear. We want to add the title here. You can add the title, and if you want to override the title, you can override. You can apply some kind of format if you want. You can apply, and we will some kind of comparison as well. If you want to compare with the existing value, you can compare, and we can apply some kind of formattings as well. Okay, so we are discussing about the measures and the dimensions, right? So so we are we'll keep this portion as the same. Okay, and here we created the measure is a similar way. You can see here, right, the products. I can see that the cost is available in here in the products, but in here there is no the cost, but I would like to create, some kind of dimension field. The dimension field which I need to give, the profit. So basically, the cost is available in product and the sale price is available in here. The two different views. Okay, so I would like to create some kind of, the profit dimension. So I'm creating the profit as a dimension. So here the type is it's basically number data type, and in the SQL calculations we need to give what is our sale price, right? We have sale price and minus which is the cost, but actually the cost is not available in this particular view, so which is available in other view. For that we need to call the syntax is products dot cost. So the cost field is not available in the order items view, which is available in the products. So we need to define the products dot cost. So this is the syntax we need to define. But if these two views are joined in model level, so then only we can create in these calculations. Otherwise, we can't create. So you can see here the order items is available here, and you can see users inventory the products, right? So there is no direct join between the order items to the products, but there is a indirect join by using the inventory items. Okay, now I think we created the the profit, right? The profit column we created. So we can create this is just a dimension. So dimension means it will give the entire raw data. So I would like to create the total measure as total profit. And we can define the same value format USD 0. Okay, which is giving some kind of error. The product. So we call it as a products. I think we mention as product. We need to provide the products. There is some typo mistake here. Now we can go ahead and you can see there is no error. There is no warnings at all. And if I try to run this this particular dashboard, I need to refresh this. Then only it will load the values and it will show here. Okay, now I can go ahead and I can add the visualization. Go to order items. So I can type here if you know the field total profit. Right. So this is a profit. Let me change the color to mention as total profit. So in a similar way, we can create the cost as well, the total cost. The type is And the SQL value we need to provide, we have cost. I think we have the cost field, the dimension field we have, right? I think we created here. Sale price, profit. Okay, we just mention as a profit alone. Okay. So in that case, we need to call this entire field.